This is Scott Becker with the Becker Business and the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's discussion is the Washington Post and what's wrong with the media. So the short-term issue with the Washington Post is it's struggling tremendously and facing massive layoffs. The bigger picture and the more interesting story reflects on how broken the media is. When the Washington Post had a clear political direction, it was clearly to the left. And this is I'm not a fan of this being far to the left or far to the right. But financially, it did just fine. It struggled some, but overall did fine. It's sort of why Fox News picks one direction, MSNBC and CNN, as well as Washington Post, New York Times, pick a different direction because they know they have their loyal followers. More recently, the Washington Post, a little bit like CNN, chose to pivot one bit towards the middle. This was most evident as a strategy and became very clear when the paper chose to endorse neither President Trump or Kamala Harris in the last election. They chose to sort of pivot to the middle and avoid the headlines. Some would say it was kowtowing to President Trump. Others would say it was a strategy to get closer to the middle. Either way, the move to the middle cost the Washington Post a huge amount of subscribers, of its subscriber base. It lost almost a third of its subscribers. One could say it lost that base because it either kowtowed towards President Trump or because it moved to the middle. Either way, it got crushed. So what the lesson you learn as a media company that's taken a position or a side is you have to stick with that side once you've taken it, because that's where your pay comes from. So when people ask, why is Fox and NBC so focused on their core and not balanced at all? It's ultimately because the core pays their bills. And this situation with the Washington Post is a harsh reminder of the penalty for going against your base. It's not a good thing, but it is a very strong tale of caution to big media outlets that forget their base, even if being kowtowing to their base is such a horrible thing. Fascinating to watch. Thank you for listening to the Becker Business and the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Thank you very, very much.